This is the Glatt Properties Podcast, episode 22. Without further ado, let's get into it because this might be a long one. So if you subscribe to my auto email or you get the auto email, you'll know that I just sent out 3 wonderful property listings that could easily be turned into rental properties in 3 different municipalities. If you want to know more or get hooked up with that auto email, send me an email at bgladhorn@kw.com or glattproperties@gmail.com. Send a DM to either one of my Instagrams. I think that's it. Okay. Anyway, so let's break this down. If you got the email, follow along. If not, just listen. Find out what it is that I look for. I don't know what I'm doing every single day of the week. All I know is if I do it until it doesn't work and I fix that and I keep doing it and doing it and find out where it doesn't work again, it inevitably turns out to be successful, which is basically how I figured this whole thing out. So the only advice that I can give when analyzing a rental property and doing deals and whatnot is go forward as arrogantly and aggressively as possible. When you hit your first roadblock, get over it, figure out what went wrong, redo it, do something else next time, and keep pushing forward. I don't know what that means to you, but that's kind of what I've tried to do, and it's worked. So the first one. We're going to keep this anonymous. This is in the largest metropolitan area in the Lehigh Valley. Figure it out yourself. 6-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 3,200 square feet, built in 1890. As I'm going through the listing right here, looks like there's an 800 square foot basement down there. No AC. Gas, hot water, gas, heat. Public water, obviously. Taxes are a little bit above $4,000. And only accepting cash or conventional for this particular property. Okay, so what stands out to me about this property? Why did I feel like I could send this out to people and say this would be a good one? Well, number one, the list price is a little bit over $200,000 for a 6-bedroom house. I don't care what you have going on in your life. A 6-bedroom house in a major metropolitan area has a lot of different avenues of success over, I would probably say, what this house has been up for 130 years. I'd say for the next 130 years, this home is going to be sought after. It's got the 2.5 baths. If one full goes down, you can't use the toilet, you can't use the shower. You got a 1.5 left over. That is an invaluable asset to any real estate investor because every real estate investor knows that if you have one bathroom in the home, like one particular home that we have, it was been a nightmare situation. We finally got it fixed. There's a half there, which is great. But if that bathroom goes down, you've got to pay the emergency fee. You've got to pay all the other fees that the plumbers are going to get you. It's 9:00 on a Saturday morning. It's like, dude, I got a tea time at 11. Like, bro, I don't care. I got a renter that needs to use the facilities. They got kids. They got dogs. They got whatever the case may be. Whatever it takes, get out there, make it working. You don't want to be in that situation. You want to be in that situation where you're like, okay, for the weekend, use the 1.5 that you have left over. Let that sit down. Turn the water off to that. Let it drain completely, and I'm going to get a guy in there next week, so I don't have to pay for the fee. That's one of those life lessons that you learn in the cut. Just like we did, and it is what it is. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Will I still buy a home that's got like 3-1, no half? Yeah, I will. Depends on the area, depends on what I have going on. But my plumber, I could ask him to go out there for free, inspect it, make sure that he's tracking, put that into his CRM, and make sure that he knows what's going on. Great plumber, John. If you need any plumbing advice or help, he's the guy to hit up. But so anyway, the 6-bedroom, 2.5 bath home for $220 in the largest metropolitan area in the Lehigh Valley. This one is a breadwinner. This one will pay you a large amount of money for the rest of your life, almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. If I had this property, I would consider maybe a complete remodel in about 5 to 10 years and see if I can turn this into a 2-unit. You may not be able to. You have to go and fill out paperwork. I've never done that. I've never converted a property into a 2-unit. I believe that there's a lot of government involvement that is going to be involved in that. You got to get 2 meters, you got to get 2 hot water heaters, all that good stuff. to another gas line, but it can be done. It can be done. For the right price, anything can be done. As always, I apologize about these very loud trucks coming through here. Can't do anything about it, but you know what they say about bigger the truck. So anyway, moving on to the next property, and the second largest metropolitan area here in the Valley, which is funny to say because coming from where I'm coming from, I consider the Valley just one large metropolitan area, but it's broken down in a few different places. So anyway, getting into it, it's 250, 3-bed, 1.5 bath, 1,800 square feet, built in 1910, 900 square feet, below grade, estimate. Estimate is always an estimate. And I am looking here. No AC, gas, hot water, and gas heat. Taxes are a little under $400,000. It's most likely baseboard heating. I don't assume it's forced hot air. If there's no AC unit, it's always safe to assume there's baseboard heat. A lot of people say, you want to get a house with AC, you want to get a house without AC, boom, 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 boom. In my opinion, I don't really think it matters. I think that if you want to provide air conditioning to your tenants, you go out and you go buy some window units. One for every bedroom, so you need 3 for this one. One for the kitchen, one for the living room, so that's 5. And then call it a day. That'll basically cool down the whole house. It's going to be about $600-700, and it's plugged right into the wall. You could pay $9,000 for a whole AC unit for them to come out and whatever, or you could buy the window units. In my opinion, I think the window units do the same job, if not better, at a cheaper price. You do have to worry about tenants, stealing them, because they do. They're going to take them from you, but you have to write it off as an expense. Like, it is what it is. It happens. You're not out $9,000. You're out $150, and you can just go get another one real quick, call it a day, and don't even worry about it. But for this particular property, I know for a fact you could probably get $1,800 for this house in the area that it's in. Is it priced a little high? Yes, it is. It's a twin. Are they, what type of loans are they accept? Okay, cash, conventional, FHA, VA. Okay, so they're accepting all loan types. This is one that I would watch. This is one that I would take into consideration, put on my little watch list, and see what happens. But the problem is, this home shows very, very well. So these people are selling it to people using this property as their primary residence as well as investors. So most likely, if this goes for $250, it's being sold to somebody who's going to use it as their primary residence. It is what it is. It's part of the real estate game. As an investor, you have to always be concerned that a buyer is going to come through, make it their primary, and completely blow you out of the water. It is what it is. You got to move on. So moving on, the last one is going to be all the way to the east in the Valley. $200,000 for 3, 1.5, 1,400 square feet, built in 1900, with the approximate basement area of about 400 square feet, which that actually seems about right for this particular house. But remember, all these basements you can basically only use for storage and the hot water and all that good stuff. You just can't really do much about it. Taxes are a little over $3,000. Nothing crazy at all. Yeah, I like this one probably the most. Well, not the most. It's tied for first out of the 3. The price is fantastic. The area, the location is great. The amenities are fantastic. And I will say that this area, all the way to the east in the Lehigh Valley, they have the best food scene in the Lehigh Valley. I think that they got the best restaurants. I think that they got the best downtown area. It's really easy to get through. It's really easy to get around. So I think that it's an easy sell to any tenants. A lot of these properties are in densely compact areas. Really, really convenient. Really, really easy to relist, get back on the market if you have any issues. But again, all these properties have more than just one bathroom. They got a half so people can do their business. And they're all $200 to $250, which is fantastic because that's right about the average what you're getting for an investment property here in the Valley at this point in time. So if you want to know more about these properties, send me an email, glattproperties@gmail.com, bgladthorn@kw.com. DM me, whatever. I can send you these listings. I can, I can help you out as best as I can. The only thing that I can guarantee in this life is that I'm going to tell you everything that I see, everything that I know, and you're going to be responsible for making the best decision possible with the information that you have. If you don't like that, I can't do anything for you, but wish you well, and that's it, and that's that. So, without further ado, geez, like you're starting your weekend after listening to this. Have a great weekend, y'all. Stay safe, stay active, be looking. We're in the midst of a little bit of a decline. If you want to get into the game, you get a variable interest rate, 5-1 ARM. You don't have to know what this means. This is what you do when you call the lender. Say, I want a 5-1 ARM for $250,000, and I want to know all the BS, what I'm going to have to pay every single month with a $4,000 taxes on the property. They will draft you up a summary of what your monthly payment's going to look like, boom, 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 and you're going to see that the rate is much lower than it's going to be for a 30-year conventional because it's a variable interest rate. If I was you, that's what I would do. Why? Because that's what I'm currently doing, and it's working, and it's beautiful, wonderful, amazing, and awesome. So, have a great weekend. Again, stay safe, and if you have any questions, reach out to us. Don't be a stranger. We will tell you everything that you need to know or you don't want to know. Stay safe.